Welcome back to WCCF Tech TV, everyone. This is Keith once again, and let it be known that no one particularly cares for a spec change. Just ask Gigabyte, as well as the memory controllers that Kingston used at one point in their SSDs. So what am I getting to here? Well, to be quite honest, what we're talking about here is the RX 560. So when the RX 500 series was announced earlier this year and launched, one of the benefits of moving to the RX 560 was a beefed up version of that card. Going from the 460 to 560 took you from 14 compute units up to 16 compute units, as well as 4 gigabytes of GDDR5. So you got faster clocks, more compute units, and more memory, which put it a considerable bit ahead of the RX 460. It was actually, in my opinion, one of the only ones that was a real upgrade in the class, whereas the other ones kept the same core count and received frequency increases and efficiency increases. So those benefited that way, whereas the RX 560 was pretty much a very new card. Now you could unlock the RX 460 from the 896 stream processors up to the 1024, but it was a bit risky and there were quite a few people who bricked their cards in the process. So we did it to see ours, and it did see a considerable gain in performance. It was definitely measurable. But what are we talking about here? The RX 560, so 1024 stream processors, 4 gigs of GDDR5, and, well, or is it? See, when it was announced, this was the specification. So going back and looking at it now, it seems that AMD has actually updated the specification for the RX 560. I saw this report at the time of recording yesterday morning on OC3D, who reported it from heis.de, so a foreign website from the US, and they showed some images using the Wayback Machine, and you know what? It was not in English, so I wanted to look it up myself, and I did, and well, turns out they were right. So the 16 compute units has definitely been changed to 14/16, and the stream processor count changed from 1024 to 896 and 1024. Not cool. I mean, to say the least, not cool. I mean, it's the same naming. It's not. So there may be some people out there who go, well, Keith, the GTX 1060 6 gig and 3 gig have different SM counts on it, so they have different CUDA core counts. Well, they do, but they're also listed as two very different cards. Yeah, they're both 1060s. One is, again, 6 gigs, one is 3 gigs, but they are listed as different cards. So it was never the 1060 and then all of a sudden they slipped in a lower shader module count 1060. So it's not really a comparable argument there. So if you're going out and you're buying an RX 560, you're going to need to be careful. You're going to need to check the model numbers and check the specifications. It's not enough to check the, well, what graphics card you're buying, because even Sapphire Pulse Radeon RX 560 4 gig has two separate models. One is the 11267-00, which is the 1024 stream processor model, and then they have the 11267-18, which is the 896 stream processor model, and that's where you're going to have to see the difference. So I'm sure they may be cheaper variants, so if you're looking at the cheaper cards, it might behoove you to look down, check the specifications, because you may accidentally buy a slower card. And yeah, you may spend less on it, but it may be worth the little bit of extra. So this is just a heads up to buyers of the RX 560, somebody shopping for this card, because there are a lot of people that buy this class of graphics card. The enthusiasts may want to pick at them a little bit, but truth is you can get most of your gaming done on this, and it's definitely a high volume bracket. So this has been Keith with WCCF Tech TV. Just wanted to throw this out there, make sure people are aware of it, and we will catch you all in the next video.